All right. We are live yet again with another Gauntlet stream. We have Jerry versus Harry McGee, and I'm co-commentating here with Angel Cake. What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing all right, doing all right. All right, I'm gonna get this
That's
link posted out so people know that there is a stream, and then we
Jerry
will
versus
get
Harry.
going. That's a good point. Jerry versus Harry. I like that. Um, we see what we got. We got New York, McMinnville, Globe, and Venice are the maps at least we can see. Don't know what the fighters are. That's
Yep.
pretty interesting, actually. Pretty interesting. I think like a couple of polarizing maps in there and a couple of neutral ones.
Yep. The matchups on the right, I believe, are Jerry's. As he put his matchups out first. And
Yes.
I remember Globe was the first one out.
And Jerry's on the right, so
And
that makes
then
sense.
on the left here is Harry McGee's matchups on McMinnville in New York. Lots of UMA rep already going on. Um, McMinnville definitely stands out among these four maps. There's definitely like some sort of even matchup that doesn't get polarized by kiting, or maybe it does and makes it even.
Mm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
that's going on in McMinnville. For example, a fighter that I could confidently scratch out on McMinnville is there's no way you're bringing Ali on McMinnville in roster.
It's that bad?
No, it's
Or is
that
that
good.
good? Okay, that makes more
Yeah,
sense. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
that that's I think his best map. It's either that or maybe New York. Um, but it's nasty. And usually, want for roster, you want an even matchup, including with map. Which another thing here is that you'll notice that the pick ban cards are particularly positioned. This is because in this Gauntlet roster event, you need to assign the fighters into the first player and second player spots, and we see
Yeah.
the fighters get
Ooh.
revealed here.
Ooh.
From left to
Okay.
right, we've got Wyatt Raff on New York, Tomoe Oda on McMinnville, Black Widow Hamlet on the Globe, and Donnie Muldoon on Venice. What do you think about the first one?
Wyatt Raff. That one's interesting.
Mhm.
I have found that one to be pretty decent for Wyatt. Not that Raff can't win it, but Wyatt just is attacking a lot and trying to win combat, and Raff doesn't have a lot of ways to stop the five. Like he's got 2 5 blocks, and that's it to stop winning
Yep.
combat. Unless you second action defend with the SWAT the value increaser. I can't remember the name of it. The two that becomes a five
Yeah.
if you've lost the combat. So like there is some little tricks to that match, but I think in general it's going to be decent for Wyatt. New York though is not the greatest range map in the world, and also the hard zone cutoffs might allow Raf to avoid like the Dock 4, which is really bad in that match because you deal damage to Casey and to Raf.
Yep.
And like sometimes you can attack Casey with it because Casey can't cancel, and if either Casey takes 4 or he defends, and then you deal some damage to Raf. So really really damaging there. So I like the Wyatt side in general. Uh, Probably would still go for it on New York. Is it Wyatt going first, or I can't? Let me
It
see.
seems like it's Wyatt going first. I'm assuming that the top one is the one going
Yeah, because that
first.
map is not correct. That map is upside down. I was looking at it. I was like,
Um,
there's no starting positions there. So yeah, I would assume top is first.
but I do agree with all of your points, and I haven't played it enough to like confidently say, but in my experience, that's the stuff that would happen is that like Raph can stop two big turns in the
Mm-hmm.
game, and then the rest of the game, it's does he have it, does he not? And I don't know if other folks do this, but this helps my brain when I'm fighting these types of fighters. Any fighter that doesn't have healing, I remind myself that all damage is permanent.
Yes.
So I, anytime Wyatt even slightly wins a combat, that is just permanent damage going down on Raf's health, which will eventually add up to a kill. You made a great point about Casey having no cancels, which means you're either dealing 4 damage to Casey with 2 guns, or you're dealing some damage to Casey and also some damage to Raph if he's in the same zone. We'll see if New York's able to help that. As you said, the zone cutoffs are gonna help hopefully prevent that for Raph.
Yep.
But yeah, I mostly agree. I think I prefer the white side of the two. But that's not to say that Raph can't just suddenly get really pissed off and split white in half.
This is something we see Raph do time and time again. Every match that you think you can count him out in, it's just like, hey, I might cycle Relentless like 30 times and block for 3 every time. And then I might also just, throw an Unbridled Rage for, a 15 value attack. And you might
Yeah,
die.
just pop this 15 real quick.
Like, if you don't play a feint, and if you don't, you might be like, I'll take. It's a 1. It's a first action attack. Like, it can't be, oh, it's
Yep.
Unbridled Rage. I'm
And that's
dead.
all you help.
That's,
All right.
yeah.
Next up, we've got Tomoe Oda on McMinnville. Um, I'm I'm gonna say I understand why this matchup was made. Um, because Oda Tomoe is not the worst matchup for Oda. In box,
Yep.
it's pretty interesting because of her weakness to sidekicks. But the problem that I will bring up here is I worry that the map might be too big for Oda here.
I was about to
He's
say,
got
I agree. Yeah, continue.
he's got a lot of low boost values, and due to the nature of his, let's call it, non-performative deck, um, he struggles to play a slower game. So he usually is the one chasing and flanking and trying to rush the game down until the fighter's gone before we get to a late game where he runs out of stuff. He's going to be able to do that significantly less, especially against a fighter like Tomoe who can definitely be passive. Not saying it's impossible for Oda, just saying that the map might hinder him a bit. Now, on the plus side, in terms of space positioning, it is a solid map for him because it allows him to flank. More often, it's very easy to flank on McMinnville, but my concern is that it might be a little too big. I
Mm-hmm.
would have expected something more like Point Pleasant for a matchup like this, which even though they look like they're the same size, Point Pleasant is significantly smaller.
Oh, yeah.
McMinnville is a move 5 map, where Point Pleasant is a move 4. It would allow Tomoe as well to have like a what the community calls a Robin Hood spot, which is
Mm-hmm.
the center stage of the map that takes only one maneuver to touch every zone. Um, Tomoe would be able to have that. So just in case your opponent chooses Oda and then you have to pilot Tomoe in that matchup, you still have an advantage in that case. Whereas here it's like Oda could take it, but it's not going to be easy, and you're going to be boosting with either stuff you need or twice per game, Demon King.
Yeah.
Um, so I'll be curious to see how that one goes. We're going to skip the third one because it seems like they're setting up for the fourth one here, which is Donatello and Muldoon on Venice.
Yeah, and you're a Donnie guy, if I remember correctly.
I know it a little. I'm something of a Donnie main myself.
Something like that. Something like that.
Yeah.
I remember very distinctly when the Turtles came out. Your name popped up constantly. Not only I think as a Donnie fan, like in as far as the source material goes, but also for the deck. So, what are your thoughts on this match? And my main first question I'm seeing from chat as well. The map here looks insanely good for InGen. I don't think this is a naturally Donnie favored match that you need such a huge map advantage. So I'm curious.
Yeah, so I would say this is Donnie favored, but I wouldn't say it's like a destruction on Donnie's side.
Yeah.
There is definitely a method and a rhythm to it. Um, and if you know how to pilot that, then you'll typically win the matchup. However, I think that going to Venice heavily changes things because one of Donnie's struggles is particular maps where he can either get kited or blocked to a strong extent.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and on
mm,
the and this map here as well, like yeah, is oh yeah, another good to start. insanely good range. Like you mentioned, the Robin spot on Point Pleasant also has one of those
Hmm.
uh, here in Venice. There is a pocket, but like it's only one, and I don't think that's super important. I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong; it's nice, but I don't think that's like you don't consider this a good melee map because it has a pocket. In this case, it's famously a good ranged map and a good map with sidekicks and body blocking, which is like Muldoon is the king of all of that. So seems interesting. Now we do see Harry McGee here goes with Donnie. I believe this is Jerry's matchup, and I believe Harry has chosen to play Donnie.
Hmm.
So obviously looks at this and says, I see the maybe this is bait to pick InGen. I've maybe he's played this match before and thinks, you know what, Donnie is actually really solid in this, and maybe he's also just like I'm more comfortable with Donnie, and I'm gonna pick that and play that
Yeah,
anyways. Um,
definitely. I always tell people for roster, like, end of the day, these are on paper, I intentional even matchups
yep.
for the players creating them. So when you're uncertain, just go with whatever you're most comfortable with. Um, I would have always chose Donnie here, but even if I didn't, play a lot of Donnie, I think I would still pick him over Muldoon here
Mm-hmm.
because Muldoon is. I'll start breaking down the actual matchup itself. Um, desperately, desperately weak to the smoke bomb turn.
Yep, we see a
Um,
5 being
and
revealed accidentally.
and that's what makes this matchup magic for Donnie is that you set up you set up electro grenade, you set up your smoke bomb, you go in, you have your multi-action turn. Ideally, you're playing a future after you play smoke bomb, and then you hit him with a bunch of fours that cancel after combat movement.
Yes.
It's not it's not magic. It's not like you're hitting him with a bunch of turtle powers and a bunch of sixes. Um, you're just hitting him with a bunch of fours that stop his movement. And then he has to like take like two or three of them because he doesn't have all of his defenses in hand at once. And if he does, then you just got rid of all of his defenses. Congrats. So now your future turns are going to be him taking all of those sixes mentioned earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
And Donnie can get through as well. I think important in this match with the party wagon can get through the sidekicks potentially to hit Muldoon
yep.
later in the game.
Yep, most definitely. And that's where the map is going to come into play, as you can see right here with this positioning. Normally, where Donnie would be able to, like, party wagon and get rid of a worker, which is definitely worth it, by the way,
Yep.
and then end up adjacent on another space and then attack. He can't really do that in a lot of spaces in this on this map. It like Muldoon can typically like surround himself with workers, but in this map it's particularly easy.
Yes.
Whilst also remaining in zone as he is right now.
Yep. 100% agree. Um, Also, welcome everyone in the chat. Got a lot of people there. I see Batman, Eels, think Cameo Joe, Kiet. Um, Sorry if I missed anyone there. Kiet making a good point though. This is actually, and I did see this game. This is a rematch of their top 8 game from Spring of Myths, playing Donnie and Jen. I don't remember who played who, but I remember that game was down to the wire.
Yeah,
I can't remember for the life of me who won that one either. But so Jerry definitely has having tournament experience in a match. I think is really huge for a roster. Like you've played this at the highest stakes with the pressure going, not just practice. I think that changes the match and like your experience and comfortability with something.
definitely.
And Batman pointing out we see a cancel already gone. Uh, Defensively. Now it's possible you're maybe just like, I have a thinking ahead in hand. I want to just attack a worker and recur something with it, and that's a good thing to recur. But yeah, it is something that you mentioned for the combo turn. You really want to have your cancels, the short circuits to prevent after combat movement. So if you spend them on defense, Muldoon is happy, especially with a regroup. I mean, come on, Muldoon is loving that interaction.
Yeah, definitely. You are allowed to spend one on defense for sure,
Mm-hmm.
because you can recruit them with machines. So the ideal plan is that you short circuit recur, short circuit, then hit.
Yep,
Um,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
so you will typically need two in order to do that. Technically, if you have both machines, you only need one, and you just cycle the same one. Um, but also having a short circuit on
Oh,
oh
whoa,
oh
we're throwing
oh
a
it's just a worker.
turtle power on a worker.
Um,
Why?
maybe hmm, I would have preferred a shift focus. I guess we wanted to make sure we killed.
I mean, sure, it would kill over a feint, but we're losing so much damage potential. I mean, maybe you're not. You're saying I'm not going to get both turtle powers off in this game. I can waste one of them on a worker, but it seems like a really early commitment to throw one of your best attacks uh,
Yeah.
on a one health sidekick that before we've even seen a call for backup. Like, I mean, Muldoon is gonna bring back a lot of these guys as he wants,
Yep.
and like you said, in the shift focus, so you can't even like move Muldoon maybe out of position, or just you're wasting a card that's not super great. Um,
Get him out of zone so that he can't double attack you.
yeah, and I was also thinking like thinking ahead to just recur immediately, to
Yep.
recur the short circuit. So must not have those, or red attack convention for that matter, just to get it online. Um,
Yep.
it's possible it's a bricked hand, but that's an interesting play. Another
Second
cancel
short circuit.
that doesn't actually work because it's a second shot.
Yep.
That's just a blank 3
That's
2,
good
no invention
Serenity.
online, no boost. I
I
think.
would have sooner taken than played a second short circuit, I
Mm-hmm.
think. Because yeah, I'll take the five if it's well, either way, if it's short circuit or if it's uh they shouldn't be destroyed. But I would get uh in range of starting to heal with self defense grid.
Yeah, maybe that's the idea for also for Inja not dealing damage there with the second shot. Also, probably didn't have anything great to boost with, is my guess. Um, but yeah, you don't want to give Donnie free healing, which he's going to get at some point.
Yep.
So okay, we pop a trap. We give Muldoon some card draw. Um, Muldoon's still up 2 cards in deck with a billion passes. Like, I don't think you're ever losing exhaustion here to Donnie unless you end up in like a
No.
thinking ahead loop. But even then, like Donnie's not really an exhaustion fighter. In my experience, most attempts at that tend to not go so well. Okay, 1 card in deck. Sorry, I didn't realize Donnie hadn't put a card back.
Definitely not. Donnie is the clear distinction between an exhaustion fighter and a value fighter.
Ooh, that I like
Smoke
that.
bomb. Smoke bomb's second
Smoke
action.
smoke bomb just for a pass. We are just passing with it.
Um. Oh, we're just passing with it.
Yeah, there's no schemes, so it's a pass. Unless it was a boost, but then you didn't take another action. So yeah, I mean, wow.
Interesting.
So we want to have our all of our schemes be action gain for the rest of the game. That's just what Donnie's coming out and saying is, you know what, I need all of my schemes to be action gain so I can start making things happen.
I'm very yeah. I see the vision that now all my schemes are going to give me action, so I'm going to be able to move a little faster here. But that combo turn
Oh,
is like
Donnie just takes 3. Must have healing in hand.
Donnie and Donnie in general. Sometimes the combo turn is important. Sometimes it's honestly not.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the matchups where I would say it is pretty important because it's your opening to get some damage off of Muldoon. Because the way that Muldoon is able to survive some high damage fighters is that he doesn't let you ever reach him. So you're
Yep.
really gonna only reach him like maybe 3 times in a game. So Muldoon is asking that those high damage fighters are able to kill him in 3 hits. Donnie has a tool that allows him to hit him many times by only reaching him once. So tossing that tool away in order to ensure that your schemes are gaining actions is hindering your chasing ability to uh, to respond to Muldoon's greatest strength.
Yeah. No, 100%. I agree. Offensive feint here looks really, really nice for Muldoon. Because I would expect Blue Invention after taking a random 3. I mean, possible it's not, but
I could even see a shift focus on defense if you want to suddenly pull him in.
yeah, that's also true. Yeah, that would actually be pretty nice. Oh,
I
we see
just see
another
another take.
take and it's rending shot.
I wonder what's going on with that hand.
That's got to be one of the weirdest Donnie hands ever. Because we're seeing a lot. Also, Bossub in the chat telling me he is starting a stream in 30-ish minutes. Might steal all of my viewers.
We're all gonna go. He's gonna steal me too. I'm gonna commentate on his stream.
You can't do this to me. Oh man, no. Definitely, people feel free to check out that Boss Up stream is going to be hype. I am sure. What are you streaming, man? Actually, what's the matchup? Summer of Legends, Gauntlet. What's up?
Unmatched ego.
Unmatched Ego. Boss Up asking you to come to the dark side, Angel.
So, if Donnie doesn't have a lot of his own defenses, which is why he's playing short circuit and why he's taking hits, I would do what we are now doing, as we can see, which is sending Metalhead in to tank some hits. Untested isn't that important in this matchup because
Yep.
Donnie had the ability to smoke bomb. Now that he doesn't, it is a little more important because you need to get those hits in and you need multiple bodies spreading out. Um, on the plus side, though, we're going to see the benefits of smoke bomb being already online without the combo turn here. We're going to see Party Wagon go in, get some damage on Muldoon. All damage is permanent. Um, get some machines, get the turtle power back, and also draw a card. Still have an action left. Probably have more defenses for Metalhead, and also get a couple hits in on Muldoon. The good news is that now that we're not trying to do the smoke bomb turn, we don't care as much about the short circuits being used on defense, which would explain why they were used to begin with. Seems like that was not the gameplay intention
Yeah.
for Harry. Um, so using them on defense makes a little more sense. And if we're going for raw, like untested damage, then that makes sense to like toss through here.
Yep. There's the feint, and yeah, into the turtle power, 1 damage. I was gonna mention good time to throw the feint for Muldoon, just because it feels very likely that you bring back the turtle power. It's probably going to be that or an untested, and you don't have your attack convention online, so it's a pretty safe feint into most
Yep,
things. There's no print for attacks.
definitely.
Also, Bossa mentioning the stream he's doing is Dead Inside versus Zara Diaz. That is a banger. That's going to be really fun. Summer of
Ooh,
Legends.
okay,
I think Dead Inside is
nice.
undefeated still in both matches and games, so super hyped. Okay, we see InGen backing away. I agree. Just build up a little bit of space. Metalhead, uh, kind of taking over the green zone there, forcing I guess InGen out of it.
That's definitely helpful because then Metalhead can take that solo green right above him,
Hmm.
and Donnie can continue to like center himself in that area. I would go to the single blue that's right to his left, and then you're able to like slowly corner Muldoon until you get into a spot to where the hand advantage is in your favor, and also you can reach him pretty quickly.
Yep.
So I would probably double maneuver, put Metalhead on the space above, and put Donnie on that cutoff between the light blue and the blue and yellow.
Okay, Donnie's
Popping
popping a trap with Donnie.
the Donnie's popping traps. I would go ahead and pop the trap with Metalhead while we're at it. Um,
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna go for that, but because you're gonna
it
put
seems like
InGen
we're
in 8.
not.
But why take the damage with
Um,
Donnie there if you're not gonna also do it with Metalhead? Because now Donnie's at 6 HP. I know you have 4 healing, but like you're
it's
starting.
4 healing, and you're probably going to take damage over the block as well.
Yeah.
Um, So it's interesting.
Okay,
I
well,
actually really like this. If you hit the worker and then hit the other worker,
just nuke both the workers.
but it seems like we want to reserve that damage for Muldoon, which I can kind of understand. Again, not doing the smoke bomb turn means that you're going to need more damage elsewhere. So even though I said before that I would prefer it on the workers, if we're not doing that game plan, then I would probably prefer it on Muldoon.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, as you said, damage is permanent to Muldoon, so 11 health to go.
Yep.
You can drop that to 9, pretty much guaranteed with the party wagon. So,
And if Metalhead survives long enough for Electro Grenade, Untested says minimum 1 damage.
yeah.
And that's if Donnie on purposely lines up a boost one into it. Otherwise, it's minimum 2 damage.
And yeah, Batman mentions if you can recur enough party wagons, you have lethal on Muldoon. I mean, yeah, if you just always recur party wagon with a thinking ahead here, you might just be able to kill him with auto damage.
Yep, definitely. I think that we're probably going to see at least one or maybe two thinking aheads go off with how the cards remain here. There's only two feints left, so the workers have two feints and two leapways left
Mm-hmm.
to stop thinking ahead, and Muldoon has those and also his own I've Hunteds.
Okay, we see the thing. Do we get the no? Okay, we get a second shot into the self defense grid.
You see a grid into second shot boosting. I would assume you boost with the three here to mitigate a lot of the healing.
Yeah, I mean, if you boost with a 3, it's only one
Especially,
heal.
yeah, you can only heal two.
Oh yeah, you can only heal 2, so we boost with 2 to make it a 4. Okay, so do we
So
just
Donnie's
negate
at
the full
6
heal?
for the rest of the game.
Yeah, see, that's concerningly low against someone like Muldoon, who can just throw attack after attack and can deal quite a bit of damage. Especially to someone who
Definitely.
does you don't have during combat cancels either.
And that's the other thing, might I add, is that we
Mm-hmm.
got rid of two short circuits to heal too, which means we only have one left in circulation. And the reason that's important is because it means that rending shots are going to go off more often, which means they're going to deal that damage when you hit a trap more often.
True, very very important. Okay, nice party wagon there. Um, 2 more damage onto Muldoon. Action gained. Be a good time for an offensive short circuit. Um, we'll see. I mean, could throw, I guess, red attack invention, but you would only be able to make it a 3.
And you definitely don't want to spend a turtle power to make the three unless he
Yeah.
takes.
Okay, it's a
Yep,
quick
that's fair.
strike.
Get rid of some blocks. Quick strike. Place the card in hand. I actually do like quick strike on offense in this matchup as well.
I think against InGen, yeah, if the more attacks you can throw on Muldoon, the better.
Hmm.
He's just so limited defenses that you'll just be in general happy. And yeah, quick strike getting to draw back your hand, I think that makes sense. The only thing you have to be careful of course, is running out of defenses against him because he has a ton of attacks. But Donnie is pretty good about that.
Yep. And also, that's what further leans into quick strike is that it replaces itself. So
Yep,
you're not putting yourself at like a dangerous low hand where Muldoon could then start smacking you.
yep, I agree.
So we are one maneuver away. No, actually, we have just looped because we've drawn already a bit from other cards,
Mm-hmm.
from both machines and quick strike. So we have done our first loop, which means we're now going to start seeing our earlier cards that we buried. Um, which also means that Electro Grenade is probably in hand.
Probably. And yeah, okay, we
Ooh,
see
that's very great
you kill a worker.
for Donnie. Kill a worker
Um,
without having to attack it.
yep. I think both parties a little bit okay with that. I mean, I think probably Donnie happier just because you get to kill a worker
Hmm.
with the bow staff, but you only spend a regroup as in gen.
Yeah, Muldoon isn't too sad about it either because thinking ahead, right?
Yep.
It means that that's one less instance where you have to worry about it going off.
Now I
And
guess
Muldoon doesn't have the luxury to be too married with the idea of stopping thinking ahead. Because if not, he'll spend all his blocks stopping it, and then Muldoon will be too frail, and Donnie will kill him anyway.
yeah, exactly. And we see a maneuver here. I wonder with the trap placement if he had like they should all be destroyed in hand and wanted to regroup into that as long as he's protected by the worker.
Hmm.
But killing the worker immediately might have changed the plans a little bit.
Yep. Might not be as willing to be that close to Donnie.
Yeah, he's a scary turtle, man.
Yep. Especially since you just used one of your hunted, so probably don't want to use the other one this quickly.
Yeah,
Muldoon's whole thing is Muldoon's greatest strength is his keep away potential.
yeah. I think Muldoon's defensive package is strong if you look at it from like a holistic perspective. The fact that he does not get attacked much, and his blocks that he does block with are usually solid. But he really only has five four blocks and then three feints, and that's kind of it. I mean, you can block with a
Yep.
regroup, but that's not really a block.
Quality over quantity.
Yes.
Now, if we're not tossing the electro grenade, which in my opinion we should here,
Yeah, I
um,
agree.
I would like to also see Metalhead go in here since you have that maneuverability and have Donnie and Metalhead swap spaces basically. Um,
We're boosting with a short
hmm,
circuit. Okay, so we are sending Metalhead in onto Muldoon.
onto the trap.
We have no cancels anymore.
No more after combat cancels. Rending shot will be going off. See Donnie sidestepping out. Here we go.
Okay. Gain two
Metalhead
actions.
featuring. Looking at his top card. Um, he'll gain two actions after drawing. He's choosing to keep the card.
Yep.
So he's going to go up to two actions. Oopsie.
We play it face up for the aura.
Witness my last metalhead. Witness my last enhancement.
Yep. And we'll see the leap away. It's actually good for Donnie, I think, because if you have a boost 3 on the bottom, you should win a combat here.
Yep. Also with a
Or
boost
boost 2,
two,
boost 2, actually,
which
boost 2, right? Yep,
which
no,
you
it's a
would
first.
prefer.
Boost 2? Boost
A
1?
boost one.
Why'd we put a boost 1?
Mm,
Oh, man. I don't love that. I
I
think.
guess I guess we're not thinking ahead.
Oh, and yeah, Jerry's even realizing expected a boost 2, and it's a
Yep.
boost 1. I am
So now he can push Metalhead away or get away himself. Probably push Metalhead away though.
I'm really surprised we put a
Um,
boost 1 there, just because I feel like if you know you're attacking with untested, which you should probably do, right? Then you know it's going to be 3 plus something.
mhm.
Maybe forgot attack convention wasn't online and thought it was a 4 plus something and figured I will win anyways. Because I mean, Muldoon's only
That's
going to
true.
block with a leap away or a feint. Um, so
I also would have suspected if I've had instances where I'm like, okay, I set this up, now I'm going to untest it. Oh, wait, I buried a boost one.
mm,
Let me change what I'm going to hit with instead. Um, so I would have expected Metalhead to not toss untested if we were aware that we had a boost one in the bottom of our deck. And then
Right.
maybe toss like pretty much anything else, um, just to waste another block for Muldoon, because that is the upside here, is that one leap away is gone. But I also think there's a very real possibility that Metalhead is about to die.
I agree. I think at this point, uh, yeah. Okay, here comes they they should all be destroyed from engine. That's what I'm just expecting here.
Yep.
Five
Running shot
value
is also
attack.
confirmed to go off
Yep.
if needed.
And
Metalhead has no way to escape. He has one quick
ooh,
strike left, maybe blocking with untested.
now is this a boost two or a boost one? Boost three.
Boost three, and
Ugh, I don't love that. That's a really big loss.
that's that's a very important card for your end game that you tossed away to survive that attack. And there's a very real possibility Molden is just going to hit you again.
And if you take the second attack here, then like it's kind of
Then you lost all of that
it's
for
really
nothing.
sad. Yeah, and
Yep,
he did
3 damage,
plus
puts
the
in a
one.
trap. Metalhead's down. We have one untested left. We have no more schemes. Um, and we have no party wagons to reach Muldoon.
This is looking
It's
bleak.
getting it's getting scary. We're gonna need to get an electric grenade off, but when we get the electric grenade off on the worker, he's gonna take and die.
And then call for backup. Yeah,
Unless we're just tossed in a weird three thinking, if we're playing that mind game.
I think you probably do that here because I don't know that Engine really wants to feint here. You're running out of blocks, so I think it's likely that
Hmm.
you take. And so in that case, I would throw a thinking. But we see the electric
We do
grenade.
see the electrigo.
I mean, always
So
good
thinking
day,
is now going to be a 4.
but yeah, now you call for backup as Muldoon, and you likely have it. I mean, 2 copies in the deck, you're 12 cards left. You've probably found it. Um,
And here's another question: do you call for backup?
oh, that's a good point. Because you
If
don't
you
want to
have
get
the
so many
defenses in hand
workers.
that you need to prevent it, well, I guess maybe you still do, because then Molding's not taking the damage over. Like if he faints into a thinking,
Okay, yeah, we see the call for backup come out.
we do see it go off. Molding's gonna play some traps and draw cards.
Yeah, draw cards in quotations.
Draw 2 and place up to 3 traps.
Yeah,
That's what that scheme does.
totally. I don't know if I've ever seen it used for the draw. I mean, I guess in some matches it might be like aggro Muldoon, like super hyper aggro, but like uh, the traps, I maybe seen one trap be placed by it. It's not very common. Uh,
I don't mean to back in my day but back in my day there's a legendary player who uh got a specific move named after him. It's called the Prospero.
oh, that's way
Um
back in the day.
and the move was, I believe, surrounding with traps, drawing cards, and then shooting them up in the corner they're stuck in because of the traps they're surrounded in. uh, which
Wow,
I don't know that he ever actually did it. We just always knew that he brought it up as a hypothetical.
that's funny. I love that. Yeah, Boss of mentioning, yeah, Prospero with an exclamation mark. That's way back in the day. I say way back in the day. We're talking like what, 2022, 2021.
Yeah, that's like 20 years ago.
It's like ancient history.
Yeah, that's like in the
Yeah.
textbooks.
Oh man, it is always wild to me to think about how new this game is. I mean, I only started playing in 2023 and didn't really start playing online until a little over a year ago. But
Nice.
um, like it feels like this game's been around so long, but it's only came out in 2019. The competitive scene's only really existed, as far as I understand, since like 2021, um, which is just kind
I think it
of
was
crazy. 2020.
2020. No, it was. Hmm.
Let's
Was
see.
it 2019 started? I don't know. I wasn't here for the start of it. Um, but it has been quite a while, and also not any time at all. It's in a weird half a decade phase where enough time has passed to where we've had a generational skip of players,
Yep.
but not enough time has passed to say that we can't even remember the things that have happened.
Yeah, exactly. And the PC, Boss up in the chat mentioning, saying he was barely born at the time the pyramids in Egypt were still being built.
Yeah, one of the first Unmatched games is actually two workers on break building the pyramid.
Pretty good break.
Yeah. They used like rocks and like stones, but it was unmatched.
Rock Golem versus Stone Warrior.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, great leap away block there against the thinking ahead. Push Donnie to the trap. Now you're attacking. Shoot her.
See the bow staffing forced to play here, but it is a 4 block, so it's only
Yep.
going to deal 1 damage. Is still going to draw the card, but unfortunately, you're not going to get that damage back for Dawn.
Yep. I actually don't even know if you really want to draw the card here. I mean, of course, you're not winning in exhaustion, but you're just like accelerating your death at this point.
Yeah. You're definitely not winning exhaustion, but I do agree that you honestly don't want to draw either because the more cards you have left on your deck is the more maneuver up to him opportunities that you have. Um,
Yep.
which without taking damage, especially because we're at 4 health, it means that we're only allowed to take one maneuver in exhaustion.
Exactly. Yeah. It's and that's if no more damage is dealt. I mean, you do have two fives, but with two more rending shots that are, as you've mentioned, a while ago now, guaranteed to go off with no cancels. And no recursion either, except for the thinking ahead. You have to get a thinking ahead off to get anything back. Which everything Muldoon can block with stop thinking ahead, except regroup. But that's not really a block.
Yep.
I suppose if the worker blocks with the tactical advance, it also doesn't stop it. But yeah, I mean, if it's a Muldoon block and any block, then it's guaranteed to stop. It's either a 4 or it's a feint, and we have two feints left, a leap away, and a blue 4. So four more blocks that stop
And
thinking ahead, two more thinking aheads.
this is a particular downside I tend to see with the thinking ahead route for Donnie is that it's very projected. So it's easier to stop. Yes, it's
Yep.
very powerful to be able to recur a lot of your cards and reuse them. And we are going to be able to see one right here. But the downside is that you you run out of resources very quickly, and if your opponent is able to stop them in that instance, then you're going to be almost out of stuff completely.
Yep.
um, Whereas focusing on the more combo centered uh, smoke bomb route, you're able to get some burst damage in the moment quickly that you wouldn't be able to naturally.
Okay, that's a good block for Donnie. 6 value defense into a 5 value attack.
We'd be doing 6 values in 2026.
Could you have imagined? So you when did you start playing? Actually, I don't remember.
I started playing what I consider Generation 2 of Unmatched, which is
Okay.
around the start of. No, no, no. I started playing Houdini phase.
Okay.
But I started like following the game early Marvel.
Early Marvel. Okay. Could you have
Um,
imagined back then 6 value defenses being kind of normal? 7 value block, even if you want to go to Blackbeard.
yeah, like Blackbeard. I could see it happening because with a game like this, you're eventually going to start getting weird stuff, and I think that uh, we're currently in the era of bombastic, very different fighters from the traditional Unmatched.
Yes.
Um, and Unmatched, I make a lot of comparisons with Unmatched to fighting games.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens a lot in fighting games too. Like you'll have, I'm going to use Street Fighter as an example, where you have like very simple like Shotos and whatnot from like the earlier games, and then the newer characters are doing like crazy weird stuff and like very particular like combo inputs and variety. Not to say that the Shotos and the originals are not, they're just doing it very differently. And I think that's just the nature of this kind of game.
Yeah. No, I think that's very fair. And Big Mike in the chat mentioning we had Willow had a 5 back in the day, and
This is true. Willow did have a 5 back in the day. Willow was also um, one of the fighters that could hit for a 7
that's true.
early on.
Um, so why isn't Willow good? That's a conversation for another day.
Medusa and Arthur, I believe. No, Alice and Sinbad as well. That whole set, in fact, was able to hit for a 7.
Yeah, I mean,
So we can at least say that that's always been around.
7 value attacks have always been possible. Um, nice 1 damage there from Muldoon. Still has plenty of damage left. Wow.
Yeah,
Um,
plenty of damage left. Don only needs to take 1 turn exhaustion damage to go down to 1.
yep.
He's allowed to move Muldoon if he'd like. Unfortunately, where we're positioned, it will not make a difference. So the only plus side is that you could put him adjacent and force him to
Yeah.
be closer.
Weirdly, putting him adjacent's
Um,
not even putting him closer.
yes, you're right. Where he is, it will force him. Well, either way, it forces a single maneuver unless you specifically put him 2 spaces away or 3 spaces away.
Yep.
I always forget Shift Focus can move 3. It's such a good card. It doesn't look like it, but it actually is very useful. One of my favorite things to do with it is Shift Focus the person I'm not targeting, but I'm in their same zone, and then I pull them in and send them to like Metalhead or something.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Um, so it like subverts the expectations and like startles them because now suddenly they have to deal with Metalhead smacking them for a 6.
It's like a very,
You see a
very
quick
tiny
shank.
command the storms.
Yeah,
A localized breeze, one might say.
but it also has a value.
That is true. Also, we see a quick strike going into the worker. I imagine that was like feint bait, because now you draw and worker dies just taking it there. So a good take, not trying to block the. I mean, thinking ahead though is like you know it's in the bottom, so it's not like you have to worry about that
You could also
yet.
see that you wanted to draw because you were at such a low hand and you were
Mm-hmm.
pinned.
Sure, yeah. And I guess you need to throw something. And what are you going to throw? You're not going to throw a turtle power. Shift focus wouldn't actually kill over the tactical advance. So maybe that was the idea with the quick strike.
I would love to see another Shift Focus block here.
I mean, you need to block with something, and you're running out of blocks. I agree, though.
Oh,
We get a 5, and oh, it's the worker attacking too, and we block with the 5.
yeah, that's why I'm surprised that the Heroes was played because the worker at worst was hitting with tactical advance, which is what it was. Um, but you still don't want to toss Heroes there unless it's your only block.
It's possible it's the only block. I mean,
Shift Focus would have full blocked everything except for offensive leap away, and if they're tossing offensive leap away, you are happy as Donnie.
at this point, Donnie doesn't have
Interesting.
enough attacks for I think Muldoon to be scared.
Yeah, Don has thinking, turtle power, and that's it.
I mean, shift
Full Shift
focus is,
Focus, but
but like it's not
supposed to
really
be
doing anything.
bait.
I mean, he's got 6 cards. Muldoon is winning like crazy in value, 11 to 6.
Yeah.
Um, you've got yeah those cards I think is, and you have a metalhead scheme. You have a metalhead scheme. It's not an attack. A party wagon. Turtle Power, 2 Shift Focus, and the Thinking Head. Those are your last 6 cards as Donnie. Yeah, InGen can safely block everything Donnie throws, and can also, all of them will stop thinking ahead. So,
Yep.
and you also don't even have a 3 boost for Turtle Power. So that's a 6 value attack. So at worst, you take 2 damage, you go to 7. You take 2 more damage from Party Wagon, you go to 5, and you still win. So I think this is winning for InGen. Not to call a game over before it's over, but I don't see how Donnie wins.
You would have to pull a particular hat trick where he catches Muldoon with no defenses.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible they're all buried in the bottom 7. Technically, it is possible. But we go for Worker with Shift Focus.
Ooh, good leapaway bait.
Yeah.
Leapway is going to win combat, but Donnie's going to be able to move Muldoon afterward, or anyone in zone other than that worker.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, no, he can also move that worker. The only one he can't move is himself.
I mean, InGen also still has 2 passes left as well.
Yep.
Yeah, this has been a very, very well played game from Jerry, from both players, of course, but it just felt very commanding from InGen side of things. There was definitely a moment where I was thinking, like, and we were talking about the all the action gain that Donnie now opened up by playing the smoke bomb, not for the combo turn, but for each scheme. Uh, but that approach unfortunately didn't work out for Harry McGee. Um, Let me see, a rending shot. Right, Muldoon still has so many attacks. And I think the biggest issue that Donnie's had is just the value game. You just are running out of cards completely.
Yep.
4 cards left to 9. And even if you ignore the schemes for Muldoon, 4 cards left to 7.
Technically,
What,
if
infinite thinking
Muldoon
ahead?
takes every attack, you will win this game.
That's a good point. If Muldoon has no defense,
He
Donnie
has no
wins.
block. He has 2 feints left and a 4,
Maybe bottom
and they're
6.
all bottom 3. I buried them.
Angel coming in to save his turtle. Okay, there's the party wagon. Yeah,
Yep,
needed that.
down to 7.
What, we're not. Oh, I
We're
thought we were going
stepping
in.
back.
I thought we were going in. How are you ever gonna hit InGen now?
I would have saved it then.
I agree. Yo, Corey, welcome to the stream. We are game 1 here in roster. Uh, this is Jerry's matchup that he proposed. So Harry McGee chose to play Donnie. And so far, Jerry proving that his matchup knowledge here is very solid. Yeah, I mean, this is you. Yeah, you don't have much left.
Yep,
Yeah, you have no blocks. HGG's.
Brendan shot. GG. That's going to be game 1 going to Jerry with Muldoon Donnie. So we will move on to game 2, which will be a choice between Wyatt Raff on New York and Tomoe Oda on McMinnville.
Yeah, it's actually an interesting choice. Personally, I might go for the Oda Tomoe match if I was Jerry, and pick Tomoe only because I've played that match a lot more than I've played the other one. I've played
Mhm.
Wyatt Raff I think 3 times, but I've played Oda Tomoe I don't know like 7 or 8 times. So I feel more confident in that. Now I haven't played it on McMinnville, but as you were mentioning, to me the map size really scares me.
Yeah,
And also there's abilities to pin. Like I think that's maybe why Harry McGee picked this. Like there are some corridors you can kind of get some decent pins there.
very true.
there's not a lot of connections for each space. It's a really it would be a bad shredder map if it wasn't so big, um,
Yep.
because of that. But I think just as Tomoe, you can kite pretty decently. You don't care about the fact that there's pockets because you're Tomoe. You like being adjacent anyways. And that match is pretty even regardless. So I do think it's like the inbox match. Like Azuchi is terrible for Tomoe most times. So and that match still is kind of even. So I
Yep.
think this is a good spot to pick Tomoe. That's why I would pick that. Now I also wouldn't fault Jerry for going Wyatt Earp in the other match. I think those are the two that are favored to be honest. But maybe there's a
But
different idea.
I think you make a good point on taking Tomoe Oda over Wyatt Raff because
Hmm.
Wyatt Raff could definitely go either way more than Tomoe Oda can, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, I think Raff, he might be slightly unfavored in the matchup, but he is known for being able to win any matchup, um, even his worst ones, similar to akin to like Yanenga.
Yeah. Or
Um,
Houdini.
Whereas well, let's just say Oda isn't really that known to be performative in 1v1 unmatched. 2v2
Hey,
though, whole
Oda
different story.
Oda 2v2. Oda is like a top two character in 2v2. I will
Oda's like number two in 2v2.
I will die on the hill. I know it gets talked about a lot. Like I've heard people say Oda's overrated in 2v2 because the plus one. The plus one's not just what makes him great in 2v2. I think that's the
Oh, it's
fallacy.
not just that at all.
Like the plus one is it's nice, sure, you take it, it's a benefit. No, but this guy can draw like crazy, has a ton of fighters on the board, his
Mm-hmm.
sidekicks keep fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and can just go aggro, aggro, aggro all day, every day. Heals everybody. I mean, it's just
Yep.
he's the perfect 2v2 character. I mean, Doctor Strange is busted, but like it's Oda is so great in 2v2.
He is a solid all arounder in 2v2, and yes, the ability like makes some fighters extremely
Hmm.
very well off. But it's also like you said, he has a lot of bodies, he has a lot of draw, he has some support. It's overall a good collection of stuff going on for him.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, so like Oda is definitely number two in 2v2, and in a way, he also is number two in 1v1.
Certainly, in a way, yes. Um, And Batman here disagreeing a little bit, saying Strange and Donnie are both better, as well as Genie. I mean, I'll give you okay.
Oh,
Genie's very
um,
good. Donnie is very. They're all those are all very good 2v2 fighters.
yeah, no, you might be right because I keep forgetting. I haven't played 2v2 since like um oh geez, like before Witcher.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
that's a lie. I have played like maybe one or two games of 2v2, but I
Hmm.
haven't been as invested in 2v2 since like before Witcher. Um, so I haven't taken like turtles into consideration. So you do make a good point. I think Donnie might be better than Oda, but Oda is still like at worst top five. I would even say he's probably still third. Um, Strange and Donnie are definitely better. I think Oda is better than Houdini in 2v2. Is he better than Genie?
It's close, though. They're all really, really strong 2v2 fighters.
Yeah.
I think there's a debate there enough. Like Donnie is cracked in 2v2. I have seen that. Like he
Yes,
is
Donnie's
the best 2v2 fighter
incredible.
to release in a while. I guess since uh, I guess no, I guess since Oda. Um,
Donnie's the best one of the four, but the turtles overall are all very solid in 2v2.
oh yeah, I agree. They all have their use case for sure. I think Raph might be the weakest of them in 2v2, and he's not bad at all. Or
Yes.
Leo, one or the other.
I think it's Ralph.
It's fair, yeah. Raph tends to be. I mean, I've seen the vision, and like he definitely has his moments in 2v2. But when I've played him, it feels like he really hates getting ganged up on.
Yeah.
Um,
And for what it's worth, it's thematically accurate that Raph is the worst team player.
ooh, that's a good point. I hadn't even thought about that. That's a very good point. I mean, he's still very good. Yeah, Batman's saying Raph's extremely good in 2v2. He is very good. I'm not going to say he's not good in 2v2. He's definitely one of the top options. Uh, I will not disagree with that. I think of the turtles, he's probably
Yeah,
it's either him or Leo that's
that's
the
more so
weakest.
what we're saying. Yeah.
And the only reason I say Leo is just the value game can sometimes be a little bit tough for him, but the ability is so strong, and there's so many good pairings that he has that even if he himself isn't the most valuable, which I think he's still good, he has so many things that get so much stronger in 2v2. I mean, you have the what is it? What's that card? It's a 3 value increase for each.
Team tactics.
No, that's the what is that? Is it Team Tactics? Might be the name of it. I don't remember. 3 value red increases +2 for each adjacent fighter. Um, that can go crazy. I wanted to do Leo Squirrel Girl at some point just to go nuts. No pun
um,
intended there.
in 1v1, Leo isn't bad. He's like okay.
Yeah.
Um, and the thing that he's missing is just a hint more damage. He's very bulky and he's got a solid health pool, especially with Splinter. But his
Hmm.
main weakness is that he's just slightly too low on damage. Because a lot of the time he's not going to get the auto damage off on the cards that
Yep.
he wants to get them off on because it's very map dependent, and then also people can still negate it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, but if the second that the 3 that becomes a 5 in 1v1 starts becoming more than a 5, he starts shining so much more.
Yes. And
Even if it's just one other fighter, that's a 7.
hmm and you have to respect that way more than even a 5. Um,
Also, I completely agree, Batman. I think that Achilles is overrated in 2v2 because of the exact reason you just said. You just
yep.
ignore him and he just kind of hangs out.
Yep. 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 I agree as well. Um, I think he can become a liability sometimes. I do think Achilles isn't bad in 2v2. But I do think he's not like a top tier like sometimes people think he is.
Yeah.
But okay, let's jump into
He
this match.
is insane in 1v1, though.
Yeah, yes, that is very true. Um, okay, so we have Jerry decided to go with Wyatt Raff and decided to pick Wyatt. We're going to New York, um, and we see an immediate Casey coming in, throwing a crowd control into a I'm your Huckleberry, 1 damage apiece.
Nope,
Uh,
we're just saying, I don't care about Doc. We're going to end this fight before we get there. We're
I
stepping back into the red, though, so this is a great spot for Doc to go in and toss that 4 into KC.
Yeah, just go. I mean, you go next to Raph, so that kind of sucks. But otherwise, yeah, absolutely. Just go throw a red 4 into Casey right now.
Yep. And depending on your hand, you might be okay with going next to Raph.
I agree. Yeah.
Especially if you can get like at least 2 Doc cards off. Then even worst case, if he dies, you at least got that damage through.
Oh
Ooh,
wow.
we're going for Raph instead, so we're blocking with Relentless, which means 3 damage is going to go into Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Relentless is going to shuffle back, and Doc is going to choose an effect to get here. I'm assuming it's going to be a free action to attack.
Almost always. Yep. And we're going for Raph again.
You could even sidestep away after this if you deal damage,
Yep.
so you don't have to be
Whoa.
next to him. Oh, holy cannoli. That's going to be 4 damage on Raph, drawing 2 for Doc, and we're going to sidestep on out of there
Wow.
so that we don't
Wow.
get
Wow.
double
Wow.
attacked.
That's an elite start for Wyatt. Holy crap. Um, and last note on the 2v2 thing, Ket also agreeing with everyone here, saying Achilles isn't that great in 2v2. Take notes, people who still have to play your duelist
Actually, now
match.
I think Achilles is great in 2v2.
Ket said it's bad, so it's good.
Yep.
Oh man. Oh, that's a great interaction for Doc and for
Yep.
Wyatt. Yeah, you leave that on top every day. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
we put it
okay.
on the bottom.
Very. I
Just
guess
getting
it's
rid
a
of.
block.
Yeah, sure. Philip is pretty damn good in 2v2 Batman. Yeah, a 100% agree. Yeah, Philippa is underrated in 2v2, I think. She is not like an elite top tier if we're talking like the Oda Stranges of the world, but she's
Yeah.
good. She's good.
But yeah, exactly. She's very solid. That's what makes me happy about a lot of the 1v1 low tiers is that a lot of them do get to shine in 2v2.
Mm-hmm.
The entire Buffy set is better in 2v2.
Yep.
Um, IM is actually pretty interesting.
In 2v2, interesting.
He plays like this weird support. He is a little selfish, which is his downside. So I wouldn't particularly call him like great,
Hmm.
but he is definitely interesting.
I want to point out, by the way, Doc has played 3 Doc 4s already. Both of the
Holy
draw ones, playing it
cannoli!
on defense with that to survive against the KC6. Insane early hand for Jerry. That is epic stuff. I think he kept too. So
Yeah, that is a very good start for Doc. I believe we can't attack because we're not in zone.
Wyatt is attacking because he's in
Oh,
zone.
why it's attacking? Yep, that makes sense.
Ooh,
Oh
good bait.
wow, great bait, forcing out that heroes into a one, and we see Jerry going for a second attack here.
Yep, another 5. Wow. Okay,
Okay,
they get one of the fives
he
into a
did
5. So
he did stop that big action turn. The downside was it costed both of the heroes. So stand there and bleed is now uh just online.
it's just guaranteed. Yeah, Raph has no recursion. Like you were saying about health, is that every health point is guaranteed? Is a permanent. Every
Mhm.
card used is permanent except for Relentless.
Yeah. Relentless will
Ooh,
always be there for you.
Doc might die here.
Doc
Doc
is
did die
dead.
here.
But Doc got 3 cards off, 2 of them being the daisies, so he definitely got the blood flowing.
Hey, yeah, that's great Doc value. The one thing I
And
will
again,
say, you lose the map control that you liked with having Doc around.
this is true. This is true. Um, you do get to boost with those cards now, so in an instance like this where you're 1 boost away, you could definitely reach him and get some stuff off. It does mean you're going to be adjacent to both of them,
Yep.
which you probably don't want.
Okay.
Or you boost with a boost 3 Doc Holiday card and you get right around and don't have to be adjacent to anybody.
Beautiful.
You do risk a pin.
I would have liked going to the black and purple spot, and
Yes.
that to me would have been the best positioning. Ooh,
All right, we see
okay.
Relentless shuffle back, and then we're going to see Gunfight go off,
Putting it onto
investing
Raph.
all our damage into the heroes.
Raph fatigue? Question mark.
Exhaustion Wrath.
Okay, we're sending Casey away, and we're joining him.
Yep,
I
we're
think it's
stepping
fair.
away, taking a breather.
Thing is,
We've used a lot of blocks.
you're forcing Wyatt to boost if you stay in red zone, which is why I would have liked to go to the dual purple and black because you could have gotten to a lot of
Single
places.
maneuver.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean you could have double
You,
maneuver to white zone, I suppose, but there's only one positioning to do that, and you are forcing that. So
yeah. Seems like Wyatt might be willing to just step back here and not boost in and keep going because here's the thing. You boost in, you go down to 4. You
yep,
attack, you go down to 3. And then suddenly you end your turn adjacent to Raph with 3 cards in hand, and Raph has 5, and then he's going to hit you like 3 times.
yep. And the
You're
other
probably
thing,
going to have to take one of those, and then you could just suddenly die.
exactly, with random turtle power, random unbridled, and just even taking like Raph's low stuff like a crowd control, still 3 damage undefended. So
Yep.
yeah, the one thing I will mention as well is you can back up here because you have more attacks than Raph has defenses. You have to
Hmm.
remember you're going to get to play your entire deck, right? Maybe not because you could die first if you go in randomly, but in theory, if you play slow, right, you're playing to play your entire deck. If Wyatt gets to play
Yep.
every attack, Raph will die. He doesn't have the defenses to survive that.
Yep. Even with all of his relentlesses, he's still going to be taking damage over it, and that will add up.
Yep. And so I think you're more than content to wait. You don't need to play tempo here. You have in turn tempo because you can attack multiple times by winning combat with the 5s, but you don't have to. to do elsewise. Oh, and Raph
Let's
dies
see, your
first.
die first coming in. Hedging our bets. And to your point,
Ooh, okay. Third relentless.
Jerry pointing out how many relentlesses he's played now. He wants to count them because I know how his brain works. Uh, and Raph is down to 8 health. Now, if every single one of his fives meets a relentless, he will leave Raph at 2 after using all of them. But that is assuming his second shots don't get canceled.
Yeah, that is important. I think that's where the game might be decided here, honestly, is if the second shots can go through or if they'll be canceled.
Yep, because then you just have gunfight, and then as long as that doesn't get canceled, that's your last 2 damage. Which you could even play on defense. Although Raph does like tossing his break something offensively.
True. We're boosting. I guess we're sending Casey in now.
If you have a slap shot, toss it. It says
Yeah.
cancel or cop this 6.
And if you cancel, you still have another action to do something.
That's the text on that card.
Canceler cop the 6.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Wyatt's
The
defenses are
faster
pretty
White
rough.
goes, the faster Raph needs to get damage through as well, though. Which is why it also makes sense to toss Casey in.
Yep. And your 0 here is Wyatt isn't that great. I think we saw Jerry accidentally reveal a 0 at one point. Like, I'm pretty sure he has it in hand. But
Yeah.
your 0s are not that great. Sure, Raph does have some 3 boosts, and that would full block. But most of his boosts are low. They're like 1s. So, uh, in general, it's very possible that your 0 just is like a 2 block. And you take
Yeah.
like 4 damage over like a 6.
Most definitely. And Raph actually has a decent blend of uh high and low boost values, and we've seen him use a lot of them already. The
Yep.
Unbridled remain, the other Turtle Power remains, the other Let's Do This remains.
Yeah. Could be an 8 value
Um,
block.
yeah, could be a fun little 8 value block.
All right, we will see the 0. It is a
It
crowd
is a crowd
control.
control, so it's going to block no matter what, which means Casey's going to get in the action no matter what. And
Okay.
it's going to be Slap Shot, which means Wyatt's going to take 1 damage. Casey's going to draw a Slap Shot, and Casey's definitely just going to hit with the Slap Shot.
Oh man.
It would be particularly sad if that was Wyatt's only block and he was thinking, is it bait, is it not? Only to have the entire future revealed to you. Because
Yep.
there's no world where Casey doesn't attack with Slap Shot here.
Yep. We
Okay,
tried
we
it.
did have the other block here. Oh, it's
Oh,
just a 1.
Jerry
Oh,
is
no.
not happy with that.
Yeah, that's going to be a 2 block, which means 4 damage onto Wyatt with the Slap Shot.
Yep.
Now, hopefully, Jerry's mental doesn't get faltered by these instances because that can definitely affect anybody's play. It's happened to me. It's happened to you. It's happened to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, where we just get stuck in a moment and then we start making some misplays here. But Jerry isn't known for that, so we'll
This is
see
true.
how he adapts to these unfortunate particularities.
You know, I think Jerry's had some pretty bad luck on my channel when I've covered his games.
You might need to
Uh,
stop hosting his games.
I might need to. I think I'm giving him some bad luck, some streamer curse or something. Because this is not the first time that I've seen this.
I will say though, we say that, but friendly reminder, he did start with all those dock cards.
He did. I can't really
So
say bad luck when you have 3 dot cards immediately. That's pretty
yeah,
nice.
so it might be the universe just balancing itself.
Yeah, Corey's saying it's called a caster curse. I don't know. Maybe I cursed him with good luck for the start of this game, so he had hope, and then just to take it away as the
Yep.
game goes on.
Right. Wyatt slowing down here. Now, the downside about slowing down against Raph is it allows him to build up his hand, which means the next time he comes in, it's either a 1 or a 200.
Yeah, a one
Um,
or GG's.
well, we see that one boosted with here in order to reach, and we're going in with Casey.
Hmm.
So Raph's still taking his time, stepping back, taking a more centered position for the corner that Wyatt is in. And
Yep.
Casey is going to make an attack here. We have no more slap shots, so we're not worried about those anymore. We still have the crowd control left. Um, and Casey can also toss a batter up, so I would probably assume it's a batter up. Batter up is honestly great. Like I'm honestly really happy with it. It doesn't look like it's doing much, but
Hmm.
it says that you have to block and you have to respect it because
Yeah,
it
it's
is
a
still a
three.
3. So if you take a 3, that's 3 damage. That's nothing to scoff at. I know a lot of the newer players will be like, "Ah, but I could be hitting for a 15 or a 6." It's like, "Hey, hey,
Ooh,
3 damage is still 3 damage."
and that is three damage because defending with gunfight is not really a defense.
Yep. We're going to see 3 damage off onto Wyatt, putting him down to 4, which means that
Unbridled is spooky.
even wait. Okay, no. He can't because of Raph's remaining health. If Raph had more health remaining, he could break something into the remaining 5 and still kill uh Wyatt, but not the case here. Wyatt is going to be able to uh s- kill over that if that interaction were to happen. Actually, Wyatt doesn't even have uh another 5 left. He has the one stand there and bleed and the 2 second shots.
Yep.
Uh but yeah, so Wyatt's down to 4 health now. That is going to be pretty easy pickings for Raph. So Wyatt's definitely going to need to make something happen. The good news is that Raph is also down to 6 health. So it's basically going to be both fighters like getting themselves prepared for the last fight and then seeing who shoots who first.
I was gonna say we're getting ready for a little bit of another gunfight.
Yep.
uh, Good old fashioned duel. Um, Two unbridled left. Like you mentioned, the three potential 5 value attacks, the one that's guaranteed, and the other two second shots. Yeah, both players have plenty in the tank to kill. It's a matter of
Mhm.
A, who finds it first, and how the interactions get called.
We see a boost with the holiday card, going to be able to go to that blue zone so that we can stay away from Raph and Casey. We're
Hmm.
shooting at Gareth. We're going to see with what we see a Psy come out into the
Hmm.
5. It's going to be 1 damage. Um,
And now you faint.
since Psy is so often discarded for Unbridled, you sometimes forget that Raph also has 4 blocks.
Yeah. Oh,
We
no,
see
we
the
blocked for
payback,
5.
which is going to
Payback time.
become a 5 into the second shot. No boost coming out.
Even better than a faint.
Um,
Forgot about that. It's fantastic.
I would have reserved the second shot if we'd already lost a combat that turn.
Yeah.
Um, because of that exact reason. Like maybe toss a
Hmm.
marshal and an outlaw, get some discard going, make Unbridled weaker.
I was actually thinking, and of course it's easy now to say in hindsight, but I was thinking
Sure.
maybe throw the second shot first, because I know it doesn't guarantee anything because it could just play the feint, but I
Hmm.
figured you're likely expecting the 5 because that's what makes sense. It's guaranteed, and you don't want to take risk taking 3 damage as Wrath there, so you want that 5 gone. So you still have a mind game, and so you can play the
Yeah.
second shot. You don't have to worry about a payback time, of course, and it would go into something like a Psy. You'd boost, you deal 1 damage, and then you don't have to attack again, or you bait a bait attack to bring out the payback time, or a
Yep.
cancel or something to that effect. And then you now played 1 second shot, and now you have 1 second shot and a 5 left, so you still have a mind game. Because now it's going guaranteed to be a second shot. Raph can just play the feint a lot safer. Oh man,
Another boost
oh
1,
man,
so it's going to be 1 damage onto Wyatt with that batter up, being able to also push Wyatt away and out of zone and far away from Wrath. Uh, and that's going to leave Wyatt in a precarious spot between Cool but Rude dealing 1 damage, which can put Wyatt down to 2, and then it just comes down to one last good hit from Wrath, whether that's Turtle
yep.
Power or what, because Turtle Power will definitely deal 1 damage even if it gets canceled. Um,
With turtle power and two unbridled, Raph
and
has
Psy.
some kind of lethal. Yeah, or Psy offensively.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a great point. I mean, you have two feints left as Wyatt, and you have to have them because
yeah,
otherwise turtle power or unbridled is lethal. Assuming Raph has
yeah.
some defenses in hand, which I mean he does. He's doesn't have a payback time that was put on the bottom, but he has a Psy potentially, and he has all three cancels left.
Seems like Jerry at this point just going for a Hail Mary, because Raph's got more than enough damage to kill him, and Wyatt is running out.
Yeah, realizing he can't
Reconsidering
boost
here.
to get to Raph.
Oh, okay, I was expecting a you die first. Oh,
There
we're
we go.
doing it here anyway. That makes more sense because we reserved the boost. We see an attack onto Raph.
And cancel here, I think.
Yeah, I think you toss break something if you have it,
Could be a bait, but
because
what's there really to bait with? A discard, I guess. A martial and
yep,
outlaw,
and then
which
you
you're not gonna.
cancel and just take one.
Yeah, which I don't think's that bad. Oh,
We
we
see a
block for
Psy
Psy.
instead, and
Okay.
we're gonna get hit with a discard here. This is the start of something for Wyatt. We see crowd control get discarded. Not the end of the world for Raph.
Yep. It's a fine discard, but it is losing more cards. I mean, value wise, Raph is up immensely.
Oh yeah,
11 cards to
all three
9.
break somethings alone are incredible here,
Yeah.
especially with no more fives.
I do wonder if Harry here hasn't seen the break somethings or if he hasn't played the break somethings.
I
Um,
reckon that he hasn't seen them yet. I feel like you would have played one there,
yeah.
um, especially since you have all three left, and you only need to stop second shot left, and then you're pretty much
Hmm.
set for the game.
This is another KC3, another batter up. It
I'm
has to
assuming
be.
this is our last batter up.
Wyatt has 3 real defenses left. Is
Yeah,
it?
Wyatt blocks with Huckleberry.
Yeah.
We see a
Oh.
payback.
Ooh, interesting bait. Oh, right.
Um,
We don't know the payback time is on the bottom. I forgot because relentless shuffles. My bad. That was a terrible
yes.
commentary moment. Um,
Um, so we are going to gain an action from Casey
yeah,
because he lost a combat. So Casey, if he has the batter up, I would just throw it here.
yeah.
Yep.
Just thought. Does Jerry take? Yeah, he takes. Oh, it's
It's a
relentless.
relentless. Uh,
So GG's.
Funny. GG's.
That's the
Oh, he had
fourth
two break
relentless.
somethings in hand.
Oh wow. He was just hoarding them. Yeah, very nicely done by Harry McGee there. No unbridleds for a while or turtle powers. Wow, that's kind of insane. Um, the relentless cycling is nuts.
Yeah. Relentless do be kind of nasty.
Yep. And yeah, Jerry showing out where the fives went into. Yeah. Yeah, I think just really really done by Raph using the map, which is not great for ranged, pretty well. Killing Doc at the right moment, even though Doc got stuff off, got him dead, and kept Casey around to get a lot of value out of Casey. Honestly, yeah, I think very nicely done.
Yep. Very nicely done from Harry. Good balance of Raph and Casey going in and going out. Casey got some massive value off. Yeah, some things did not go Jerry way in the late game, but some things definitely went his way in the early game. So I think overall a decent balance of luck there. So I think one of the things that was the downfall for Wyatt was spiraling from the unfortunate interactions. I think we had some instances where we went too aggressive because we felt like we needed to get something to go off
Yeah,
instantly. Where I think we could have waited a little more as we were at the beginning, because that's when it was going well for us. Was when we were taking our time, doing some hits, and then stepping
that's
back.
brutal to see 4 straight defenses.
Yeah,
That hurts. But no, I agree. I think yeah. Wyatt, I think that just the tempo was slightly off, going in maybe a little bit at the wrong moments, backing up
yeah.
also I think at the wrong moments in hindsight. But that's where the match
But
experience
it's
is going to
hard.
help.
It's hard to identify in the in the middle of a game, especially when you're already like disturbed by the third relentless.
Yeah. Yeah, Relentless getting played a bunch. The mind game winning there for Harry McGee. But now we go to game three. Players will,
Hmm.
I guess, roll to see whose match it is. One match we haven't talked about yet. Black Widow versus Hamlet. Now I saw, I think Batman it was in the chat mentioning this is actually a pretty good match for Hamlet. Um, I think it's definitely a solid one for him, but I'm of the mindset that it's still evenish, so I do like it as this. But I've only played it twice ever. I think once or
I
twice.
don't think I've ever played it before. If I had to pick on a whim, I do believe that it could be very solid for Hamlet. I see
Mm-hmm.
the vision on that, but I am personally a much better Widow than I am a Hamlet, so I would
Yep.
probably choose Widow over Hamlet if I were playing it. But I'd be curious to see how it gets played. Um, we're doing our roll here. We're going to determine which one goes off. I personally hope that we see Widow Hamlet because I'm more curious on that one. I've experienced Oda and Samoy enough to understand how that one goes.
Yeah.
So let's see here. An odd
17.
number.
What does that mean? We don't know
Oh,
what that
they hovered
means.
over both of them, so I don't know which one. Oh,
I think we're going to the right. Wait, I can't tell with the
oh,
mouse movement.
did they not agree on the roll?
They might have just rolled it and be like, okay, let's roll. Wait, who said what?
Wait, yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'll
That's what
know
I'm
as soon as we see
potentially
a map get
thinking.
dragged out. Okay, it's going to be Tomoe Oda.
Oh, McMinnville, Tomoe Oda. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to find out about Widow Hamlet another day.
Save it for another
I
day.
do want to play more Widow in general. I think she's better than a lot of people think.
I think she
Um,
is. I've found in like there's a couple of things my thoughts on Widow like in terms of tournament play. The first thing is that she's a specialist character. I think she's on the more difficult side to
yes,
play. I mean, I've seen some
definitely.
people say like, okay, you full send with her and you have success sometimes, and I understand she can play aggro, but it's more
Mm,
complicated than that significantly.
yeah, there's more going on for
I
sure.
mean, in general, you can full send with most characters and have some success. I wouldn't call it like consistent or good success, but you can have some success. That's why you full send sometimes. But like losing matchups, for instance, it's why it's sometimes the best strategy because you can play some random luck. It is a card game at the end of the day. But
Yep.
no, I don't think that's in general. I mean, she can play aggro. I'm not trying to say that, but I don't think that she's just a random full send character. But I will
In my
say,
opinion, she's more of a value
I
fighter.
was going to agree. Yeah, I will say, her value game is really strong. And she has a lot of cool interactions. And I think the reason, though, I think that she doesn't get picked, aside from being a specialist character, is that oftentimes her matchups are even, right? She doesn't have a whole lot of like hard winning matches. And
Hmm.
so, like when you think about matchup spread in like a tournament setting, at least for me, that's what I usually look for. Okay, do I have something that's forcing? Do I have something I can draft, like if you're doing Arsenal or Banquest or something to that effect? Like, do I have something I can draft that makes my opponent, have to respect it? And Widow is like, well, they're going to get an even game. So they do, but it's like, it's not the bad pick, but it's not the best pick. Because usually, like, let's say they played like Tomoy or something, and I'm like, I could pick Raptors. Or they picked, I'm making up fighters are here, but it's like, they pick, Rosie, and I can go Genie. Like, I don't know. Like, there are things where you just say, there is something better I can pick. And I think that's why she doesn't get picked in tournament a lot. But
Yeah, that's a good assessment. Alrighty, so we're gonna see the start of our game here. We got Harry taking Tomoe and Jerry taking Oda.
Jerry chose
Uh,
Oda here.
Jerry chose Oda.
Yeah, because it's Harry's match.
You're right. You're right. So preferring the Oda side, I do see the vision on. Like we said before when
Mm-hmm.
we talked about it, is that this map positionally allows you to flank very consistently.
Yep.
And I think that that's going to be very beneficial. There are some pin spots, if you can put Tomoe into them. Um, but I also fear that it might be too big. So I guess we'll see which one of those points ends up powering through for this matchup. This will be our game 3. So deciding match here
Yeah.
for the set.
I will say, very important here, I think, that Tomoe went first and Oda went second. Because Tomoe went second, you just kite the entire match.
Yep.
But this way, you have a little bit more of an even exhaustion game, at least at the start, until Otis decides he wants to actually put some damage pressure.
Yep.
Also, one last thing on the Widow note, Batman making a great point. Budapest says Widow can full send every game. The Budapest Gambit. Oh man, a well-timed Budapest is one of the most fun things you can do in Unmatched.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I draw 5 or 6 cards really, and make my opponent discard a random. It's beautiful.
So if I'm Tomoe, I am more than happy to straight up toss a 7 at a guard.
I think that's actually fair.
Because the second that the guards are gone, I win. And that's generally Oda's greatest weakness, is that he so heavily relies on the honor guards that if they're gone, he straight up loses. If one dies, he might be able to irk something out, but the second one dies, the game is over.
Yep, I agree. It's very difficult for Oda. That's, I think, his main drawback. Once you start losing honor guards, it's like Raptors effect. All of your everything gets weak.
Yep.
And one Oda is not enough to take on basically anybody. He just doesn't have enough value for it. And it's not even that he's like
Yep.
locked because there's so many honor guard specific cards, but his deck is sort of designed with the idea that the honor guards are going to do the fighting. And so when they're dead and you're not getting flanking because they're both dead, you really struggle.
Yep. And now here's a great thing about Tomoe's positioning here is
Mm-hmm.
that it says that one honor guard, if you want to flank me, one of your honor guards has to be out of Oda's zone.
Yep.
Unless Oda specifically were to go to the lime and gray spot below the blue honor guard, and the red honor guard were to go below Tomoe.
He'd have
We
to
do see a
boost.
great interaction here from the honor guard attacking into a deed, canceling the effect so that it can deal the 3 damage, and maintaining the flank here. That's a very good start from Oda and the honor guards.
Yep, yep, yep. Yo, Zero Skater, welcome to the stream. What have you missed? You missed actually 2 pretty interesting games.
Yeah.
We had InGen versus Donnie, Jerry's InGen versus Donnie rematch without one of the players here of Jerry versus Kiet in Spring of Myths top 8. And then we got to see a really cool match of Wyatt versus Raph on New York, where Relentless got played 4 times, and Wyatt got a lot of dock value, but ended up going Raph's way for Harry McGee. And so now we're into game 3, Tomoe versus Oda, just the beginning of it here.
Yep. This is a roster, so this is why these matchups were particularly built uh, for the gauntlet. So we are in game 3. Widow and Hamlet were as unfortunately not played for this matchup. I know how much you love Widow. But our third game is Tomoe Oda on McMinnville. Currently a phenomenal start for Oda here, canceling the deeds, following up with two battle maneuvers played, which, by the way, battle maneuvers, whenever it has the buff from Oda, so whenever it's a 3 value, phenomenal card.
Really, really strong. Yeah, I agree.
it a solid 3 value card that draws you a card and moves your fighters up. Like that is so strong. Like it looks very simple on paper, but it sets you up for so many things to where you don't need to like boost, or you can keep hand advantage and you
Mm-hmm.
can set your fighters up, especially for a fighter that cares so much about positioning like Oda. Very, very solid.
I can hear the designer's joy in your voice. Looking at it from like a as far as deck design goes, it's a really beautiful element for it. Right, 4 copies of it. It functions really nicely. I mean, for all of Oda's flaws, I don't think that card's one of them. I agree.
No, definitely not. Um, we see a boost with Student of War, which is a little spooky, but I kind of see why. Oda's honestly really not going to be that great against Tomoe on his own. It's all about the sidekicks. So we see another cancel go off here. It's going to deal 2 damage to Tomoe, and it's going to prevent that discard from going off. And this is what you want to do with Oda. Like,
Did
so your
Tomoe go
honor
up in
guards are,
health? Oh no, okay, she took one more. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
yeah. Um, so the honor guards are going to die regardless because they still only have 6 health. Yes, they have a little bit of healing, but it's very particular, and the scheme will only heal them one. So they're going to die anyway. So you need the honor guards to get as much off as they can to where Oda might be able to close it on his own. In this matchup, it's a lot more likely that he's able to close it on his own, but um, that's the general Oda plan: is the honor guards chase, go in, flank, and toss all of their honor guard cards before they die.
Yep. 7 here into. Oh, and it's not. It's blue honor guard blocking for red, but 7 into red honor guard would go crazy.
Is that true, Batman?
Oh yeah, that I just saw that. Yeah, Odo is the last time we saw momentous
Flame,
shift until
Flicker.
Stars and Stripes.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think it's true. Ooh, we get Kisos for
No,
action.
no,
Mm.
not Stars and Stripes. Bruce Ali.
Oh,
Both of those
you're right.
fighters have shifts.
You're right. Well, Bruce already released, but Ali, yes, Ali having the shift.
Yes,
That is correct.
Bruce did already release, but yeah, Ali also has shift.
Unless he meant Steel and Silver and Geralt's famous shift, or Silver and Steel, or whatever it was. Yep, red honor guard takes and dies to the 7. So we saw Kisos for action gain doing that. I think that's a great play from Tomoe. Kill one of the honor
Yep.
guards super early with the 7.
Make
Perfect.
sure one of them goes down.
Witness the honor guard's last battle. Also, it was always expected that Tomoe would be the one running away and Oda the one having to aggress, but already we see a huge deck advantage starting to build for Tomoe, 21 to 18. I know it's 3 cards, it's not huge, but I guess it's starting to build, and I think only going to get
However,
more.
an astronomical hand
Ooh,
advantage
that's a good point.
from Oda here.
No, that's actually a very good point.
So Tomoe down to 1 card in hand. Oda looking at a full hand. I would just either center myself or even stay there if you want. Just ensure that Tomoe has the least amount of escape routes. Because you're definitely going to chase her next turn. She's definitely going to double maneuver.
Yep.
So you just want to make sure that you can like catch her in as many places as you want. I would have even kept both of my fighters uh, where they were, even if it meant that the honor guard didn't have the buff from Oda, because it meant that Tomoe can only run around my fighters and not away, as
Yep.
she is right now, for example.
I mean, I think you double maneuver to the solo purple. I mean, it's 2 away from Oda, but at least you're forcing a boost if you want adjacency.
Yep, especially if you want flank, which Oda typically will.
Yep.
And it's 2 away from Oda, which doesn't mean a lot for Oda. It's more important when you're 2 away from an honor guard. But
Yep.
we're electing to take the solid green instead.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Not too bad. It will say that Oda only needs a boost 1, which if I'm Oda, I boost with my pragmatism. I don't care about that card.
Yep.
Somehow a 3 value defensive cancel is bad in a deck. Um, it is
It's
a boost 1.
when you don't want to be defending, but rather just be attacking. Yeah. And having 3 copies of it feels like too many.
Yep. But we're electing to instead go in with Oda here. Um, or not. I guess it's what do we value more? Do we value the boost or do we value just being able to attack?
I
We
think with
did
8
toss away a student
cards,
of war, so Oda himself is no longer threatening much.
I guess the debate is that your honor guard's not going to be in Oda's zone with this positioning from Tomoe.
True.
So maybe you're fine just sending Oda in if you don't have anything to take advantage of the flank. Even though you're not threatening to have a flank attack, it might as well work. And then you're also protecting your honor guard. Okay, we see a deeds. Okay, just a random
So just a
fire and
blank
flames.
3. Then 1 damage, you wasted a deed, so you're pretty happy with that.
Yep.
Tomoe needs to continue to step away here. If she goes in that direction, she's going to be forced to deal with the honor guard who's going to be closer. It also means that with a boost 2, Oda can simultaneously cause a flank while also being in zone so that you can toss something nasty, like maybe another Fire and Flames, but this time it's a 6 instead of a 3.
Yep.
We see a boost with Student of War.
Love
It's
that.
really just telling us what Oda's game plan is here of I am going to kill you with this honor guard or I'm going to die. So we'll see what happens. See, the honor guard attacking does have the master strategist boost and will likely be attacking with a flank related
Oh wow,
card. We do call the
that's a good
ignore,
take.
which
If
is
you don't have a
still
cancel.
it's still going to be 3 damage, but if we did, like you said, if we didn't have a cancel, which actually we can't cancel psychics anyways.
Oh, true.
Um
Right. Good point.
so so overall just a good call from Tomoe. The only thing that I guess would have reduced the
Deeds.
damage was your last deeds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which would reduce it by 1, which is honestly not worth it.
Yeah. Playing deeds for 1 damage is not helping anything.
Yep. So overall, a good call. I like the idea of Tomoe potentially staying here to prevent the boost. If you have the 7 in hand and you want to bait a flank, you could try doing something like that. But if you
Mm-hmm.
don't, then it's just better to keep going away, even if it means that Oda can boost and also be in zone. Um, but you're still making him pay a card in order to do so.
Okay. Question is: Does Oda boost in here again? How much boost do we really want to do?
Yes. Um, that'll depend on what Jerry's looking at in hand. If it's worth it, we can we can get some more damage through. But Tomoe has caught up in hand advantage,
Yes.
so she will be likely trying to make something happen soon, which might further incentivize you to go in now before your honor guard suddenly gets hit with a witness.
Okay. We play. Oh wow. So just 1 damage ping, but another 3 damage.
Nope,
It's
that's
not
going to be 3
canceled.
damage.
Does not cancel sidekicks.
Yep,
Looks like might have been just a misremembering for Harry McGee. Uh,
yep. So it's going to be 3 damage onto Tomoe, 1 damage back onto the honor guard. The plus side is that Tomoe is still not like she might be at 5 health, but she's not in a danger zone quite yet. I would say because one, she still has some healing left, but on
yep.
top of that, if you kill the honor guard, Oda is still gonna struggle to get that last 5 damage through.
Yeah. Especially with his fives gone, like Oda does not have very much that he can do. I mean shifts, but that's about it.
That's about it. Yep, you just
Oh,
have the
that's a
shifts.
great
You
spring
do
the
have
trap.
one auto there.
Oh, it's not adjacent, right? This is with an adjacent friendly. Yeah, yeah. But full block, you'll take one each to each fighter.
Yep, you're both gonna go down to 4.
Still a nice spring the trap just because you're getting that ping damage onto Tomoe. Um, because right now Tomoe is still forced to interact. If it gets to Oda versus Tomoe 1v1, then Oda, you know, Tomoe doesn't have to interact with you.
Yep, definitely deal the one to the honor guard because if the honor guard goes down,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Tomoe can definitely stabilize. Whereas right now the honor guard just needs a couple more good hits in and then be set, and that'll be the game.
Yep. Now the healing is online though for the honor guard to attack with the one that heals two if you're flanked.
True,
No, I
that
wouldn't
is
play it on
online.
defense. You might just straight up die. But actually, could you die? Can Tomoe deal 5 to an honor guard? I actually don't think you could die. So you could play it on defense, but it'd just kind of be a 3 block.
Now here's the spooky thing about being at 4 health for an honor guard. It means that witness should kill, I believe,
You can,
unless we swap with spring the trap.
yeah, spring the trap should be the only thing because it's 7. You can max block for. I mean, you could block with a shift. You could block the shift for 4.
Oh, true, true, true. You
3
can
is
block with a
guaranteed,
4 value shift.
but that's the only thing.
and the downside there that you're using the shift on defense. So if the honor guard does die at some point, then that's even less damage that Oda has to maybe pull a hat trick. We see a boost with Harry McGee that's very telling.
Mm-hmm.
That we want to force a boost out, even if it's just a one boost. Um, and if that honor guard can get like one or two more good hits in, I think this is the game.
Yeah. As
Tomoya needs to kill the honor guard before we get there.
as Oda, you maneuver boost here every day and put Oda in the both in the pink zone, and you just like completely wall
Yep,
off Tomoy from actually running away and forcing another boost. Like you're in a really good spot positionally.
definitely. And I think that if you have a shift, you toss it.
Yeah.
Because even though you want to get the flank value off, if you don't have one of your flank related cards, you can still toss a shift that's a six.
Yeah.
And Tomoy can't do anything about it other than like deeds or skirmish, which are both going to deal two.
Yep. I think if you have fire and flames, you throw that first. But like you said,
Oh, definitely.
if you don't have one of them for the flanking bonus, then absolutely. Oh,
It
we are
seems
not
like we
boosting.
don't have the tools we want to use in order to threaten that. One thing I'll say that's a little concerning for Oda is that he hasn't found any of his schemes yet. Um,
Kind of surprised by that. Yeah.
Usually good to like keep the tempo going because you can draw with them and heal with them, or gain some actions. I found all three effects to be useful, but also the fact that Demon King will currently kill unless Tomoe finds the healing scheme of her own.
Mm, true. Yeah. Okay, we are just double maneuvering. I am pretty surprised we didn't go in with a boost. But if you really didn't have the tools, it's fine. And if you're worried about hand pressure, I mean, of course you'd like to have the scheme, but if you just don't have it, then you don't have it.
Yeah, and if you don't have the tools to like deal some massive damage, you're just gonna put the honor guard in Tomoe's way at 4 health.
Yep.
So you further risk the possibility of that honor guard dying and then suddenly, oops, you're out of stuff.
Yep. 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 Also, I understand why we put the honor guard next to Oda for the Spring the Trap, which might be the better play. But interesting enough that I see if you put the blue honor guard in the solo gray spot, right next to it. I mean, it's in solo gray, but the one right next to it, you could prevent Tomoe from escaping your fighters pretty nicely, because now she's going to run over
True.
that way. Although I guess if she goes all the way that way, then you could pin. But you could pin, but you'd have to be out of the zone.
DC Kisos gonna get us out of that 4 range.
Yeah, very nice Kisos there.
Tomoe needs to also find those piercing shots soon. I think that's going to allow her to keep the tempo up and try to finish off this honor guard. Um, Whereas right now it's just going to be one of us goes in, hits the other, barely survives, and then leaves. Which is what we've seen this honor guard and Tomoe do to each other.
Okay, double maneuver, and we're going to discard. I would have thought maneuver boost in and put the honor guard in the light green and keep Oda. You don't have to go for flank and just throw a 6 value shift.
Yeah,
Because
I would have liked a 6 value shift. Because again, if that honor guard dies, I think you lose anyway. So you need to get that damage through as soon as you
mm-hmm.
can, um, and hope that maybe you can finish off that last bit of damage. We see a piercing shot boosted with, and I think we're about to witness this honor guard's last battle. Um,
Unless we see a defensive
Unless we,
shift.
yeah, we're gonna force out a defensive shift in order for this honor guard to survive at 1 health.
Or
Oh
not.
no, we're just maneuvering again. That tells me that Tomoe is a little spooked on defense to be boosting and maneuvering again away. I feel like that was a perfect position to be able to toss a, and we're boosting again, just to stay out of single maneuver for flank. but not single maneuver for Honor Guard. On the plus side, that's a very solid zone cutoff where the Honor Guard can't get the benefit of Oda's ability and also attack Tomoe.
Something I noticed,
Um,
Tomoe boosted twice with 2 boost 1s. I wonder if she doesn't have a
yeah.
boost 2 in hand. And if we look at what she has, what are boost 2s, like she might not have a refuse to retreat, might not have a
Hmm.
worthy opponent. I mean, of course, you probably you don't boost with a 7, right? So maybe there's something like that.
No,
But I think that's interesting to think about.
that's a good
Deeds,
point.
she might not have a deeds.
That's a very good point. You would, if your goal is to run away, you would likely choose a higher boost, meaning that either the higher boost that she has, she isn't willing to spend, or she doesn't have higher boosts.
Yep. And now I think you have to boost in as Oda here. I mean, it's a 2 boost. You have to have something you're willing to get rid of. I think the only question is what? Yeah, okay. We will boost with a shift, actually. That is interesting, because that's one of those cards you can still trigger as Oda if the Honor Guard does go down. That might get you a last couple points of damage.
Interesting. We do see that boost out. This has to be a flank related card then. Either
Yep,
Fire and Flames or our last Lightning and Thunder.
yep,
Um, Honestly, I think it would be best if it's our last Lightning and Thunder because it would then allow for all of our Honor Guard cards to be played,
yep. I
or at
agree.
least our main attack ones. No, all of them.
And it's still minimum 1 damage into a skirmish. But other than
Yep.
that, it could be really strong. Um, and
You
into
could
stuff like
even,
the cancel, it just I mean obviously the cancel doesn't trigger, but it also gets rid of the auto damage there, or the discard from the refuse to retreat.
if you want to protect the Honor Guard and its Lightning and Thunder, you could even hit her and then sidestep adjacent to Oda so that you can spring the trap swap.
Mm-hmm.
And we do see it
Ooh,
is the last Lightning and Thunder
mm,
into a confront any demon or god, which is potentially
huge.
best case scenario.
I didn't even mention that in action.
And we
That's incredible.
Yep, and we do see the sidestep there, so it's going to cancel confront any demon or god, still deal the damage over, put Tomoe down to 4 for the rest of the game. Now, again, if this honor guard dies, Tomoe is still safe
Yeah.
because there's just the shift left for Oda if he were on his own. And Tomoe has 2 skirmishes, 2 worthy opponents, 2 flashes of steel to defend that shift with, 1 deeds. Heck, even refuse to retreat or confront a demon or god would keep her alive. So as long as she blocks that shift that Oda has left, if she kills the honor guard, she's fine.
Yep. But she has to kill the honor guard, and I don't like you can't even like maneuver 7 here because it could be a swap. And while it would deal 5 damage to Oda, Oda is fine with that. He's at max health. He can take five
Yep.
damage here and go to 8, and then what? You're not killing Oda, not like that. So
And based on this positioning, it is most definitely a spring the trap coming out here. So
yep.
if I was Tomoe, I would likely not toss the 7 yet. In fact, I wouldn't even go adjacent yet. Um, and I would say
You can double maneuver here.
Hmm. You could worthy opponent actually on offense because either A, it's going to deal 1 damage to the honor guard, or B, it's going to become a 5 and deal more damage to Oda because the
Yeah.
swap happens first and then it's the hero check.
Okay, we are throwing 7.
We are tossing the witness though, and we
We
do
are
have the
swapping.
spring the trap, which means we're just going to do the swap here.
Take
It's going to
5
deal
as Oda.
5 damage to Oda.
1 to Tomoe.
1 back over to Tomoe, and I think not quite because Deeds is still online. But outside of Deeds, Fire and Flames. No, no, no. It's still dealing 2.
Either
So
that
we're
or
almost there. We still need 1 more damage. But at this point, with the last Spring the Trap still present, we can still possibly get that kill with Oda now.
Yeah, we are boosting. I agree. You need to boost to get into the same zone.
Yep.
Patient
Boosting.
strategy. Now you throw a shift or a fire and flames.
Yep. Either one.
It's a boost one. Can't do that. Yeah, have to do it like that. Okay, or
Or
the
Demon
demon.
King.
Yep, either one.
Yep. Now she's down to one. Spring the Trap is straight up going to kill. She can no longer attack the honor guard adjacent. Luckily, she doesn't need to.
Can't
Um,
attack anyone adjacent. Yeah.
yeah, also true.
I think Oda just has this because if you don't attack, you have to kill, and I don't think you can kill the honor guard this turn, and then you either just play a demon, you either maneuver boost and play the demon king, or you attack with a shift or a fire and flames in zone. Tomoe's attacking. Well, if you have the last spring the trap, it's over. Okay, we don't. We have a cancel.
It's a pragmatism. I think you just have to play that he doesn't.
You have to. Yeah, that's fair.
Um, for what it's worth, if we kill the honor guard and we full block the shift, we can still win. The only difference is that now we definitely need to play where the opponent into the shift.
Yes, it's the only
Instead
way to
of
survive.
before where we could afford to block something else. The downside is that we went for Oda there, decided that we need to try and kill the hero suddenly, but I don't think it's worth it because Oda still has his defenses standing by. And as we saw there, the piercing shot wouldn't have gotten canceled if it went into the honor guard,
So
whereas against Oda, it did.
we are boosting with a warrior's way, or as Zero was in the chat earlier, has referred to it as a coward's way. And using it to boost away is certainly a coward's way. Also, still only move two, and we
And we
killed
see the last
Demon
Demon King
King.
come out, wrapping up the third game, taking it for Jerry with Oda Nobunaga, and Tomoe going down to -1.
GG's. Yeah, let's hop over there to their Discord call and see what the players are saying.
But like I didn't draw defenses for
Yeah,
a while.
when you took it, you didn't have a defense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could smell it. The moment you took it, I was like, man, I should have attacked you with this.
I know, and then it would have been so done. But
Yeah, take the damage.
yeah, I didn't have one. I was just fishing for one. I'm really, really hoping for these to come up.
Yeah.
And
I
when
have
it did, that was so.
I have kind
You
of
had one.
bait attacked you once or twice with these, just in anticipation of this, and it wasn't there like ever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think. Would have thrown it as if you had attacked me as Oda because I would have thought it was this.
Yeah. I
Um,
boosted it twice though. I knew I wasn't gonna attack with it. So
that's funny. If I play Oda in this matchup, I always throw these. I've thrown these, and then I'm using schemes to draw as many cards as possible.
yes, usually I do as well, but the schemes they are like bottom 7 apparently.
Okay.
I was looking for them for so long, and I was like, well, I'll stop looking for them.
They're over there.
And
Uh,
indeed, in this end situation, I was just like, well, if I find my last swap, you can never. It's the bottom card, not there. Oh, it's here. Yeah.
at, there's a heal. Yeah.
I had no healing this game, like zero, so that kind of scared me at some point. But I mean, it's Oda favored, so
I mean, yeah. Instead of going in and attacking, maybe instead of attacking with last battle,
I
like
mean,
I knew you had the
you have to
call,
take a
right?
gamble, right? Like you were
You
dead. If
do.
you don't throw this, you're just dead either way, right? Because I have the other scheme in my hand, and you can never recover.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So I had to throw it, but
The map was real annoying. Like this, I cannot use my ability like this.
yeah, I do like this map for Tomoe playing against Oda, but also it's not too bad as Oda because there's so many everywhere is like a flanking position, except for this is
Yeah.
probably the worst run over here. But even so, if you can boost around.
no, this is the best spot because now the underguard is in my zone.
Assuming you could get there, yeah.
Assuming I get there, sure, yeah. I did once, so
Yeah. So that did
which
work
was
out for you.
this attack. Yeah.
Yeah. GG's. That first one was really rough, but anyway, I'm glad. I'm
Yeah.
glad it. I
I
mean,
the first one is a very very difficult matchup, right? It's even if you know what to do, it's very very difficult. So yeah.
I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have picked the thinkiest one so early in the morning. I should have just gone with like full send as Hamlet.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Fair enough. Would you have gone Hamlet here? Because this was like, hello guys. By the way, I see the streamers
Yeah.
joined the chat.
Hello, hello.
This was the spicy matchup I was talking about beforehand, but it didn't get played in the end. I was very sad about it.
Yeah, I think I would have gone Hamlet.
Yeah,
Uh,
awesome.
I mean, like for Widow, like I was looking at her cards. I mean, I don't play Widow a whole lot, but like still, like I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, she does some damage to Hamlet, but like Hamlet is just going to draw so many cards and then hit for 2+, and
hell.
she wants to defend with the purples. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and she
that'd
can't
be
really
interesting.
safely defend with purples because she is risking taking 4 damage, and even if she faints, it's still 2 damage. So yeah,
Yeah,
and she can't heal.
yeah,
I saw the stats online on this was even, so I tested it once against someone today. Well, I say once, but they had to leave halfway through, so I just finished the game playing against myself. Um,
yeah.
it looked fun, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I should have. I should have just gone that one instead of picking old Donnie. It's too early in the morning for Donnie.
yeah.
Angels at X, is there anything you guys wanted to say about the games?
First and foremost, yeah, we on stream were very disappointed we didn't get to see the Widow Hamlet match of
Yeah.
these, but
I should have just done it.
made
Yeah.
up for it a lot by the games we actually did see. All of these were very fun, very instructive games. So props to you guys for bringing some cool roster matches to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of cool interactions. I don't have anything specific that I wanted to ask. Angel, I don't know if you had anything specific.
Apparently not.
Oh, is Angel dead?
Dude, he's speechless. He is so taken aback by this. So I'll take that as a compliment.
Yes, yes, that's what's going on. When we rolled the die for the third matchup, I was like, you can still say you won this, you know, but fair
Uh,
enough. You went for the matchup that you know and you brought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will say very cool in this last match here because we were, I thought, to go Tomoe was my instinct because of the large map, but seeing how the map favored Oda was surprising to me. Or not, sorry, favored Tomoe for, it was favored Oda for some ways and favored Tomoe in some other ways, is just what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
Um,
It's a really interesting trade-offs. As Harry said, I could almost always flank, right? Because this map
yep,
is really connected.
but the plus
But at the
one is
same time,
tough.
as I was saying before, like there are some spots where my underguards have to be out of my zone, and that hurts their
Yes.
defense and that hurts their offense so much.
We were, of course, waiting for the seams to come out. Seeing them in bottom seven is kind of crazy. Um, and then in the Wyatt Raff game as well, going back to that one, looked like a great start for Wyatt with playing 3 dot cards immediately. I mean, we saw the Relentless getting
Mhm.
played a bunch, which was funny. We could see your reactions,
Tilting.
Jerry.
Absolutely tilting.
But yeah, after the early storm there, Doc died quickly, and Raph was able to sort of weather things out, and still had a lot of value left in the deck. So I think very
Yeah.
well played there on both of you guys. And going all the way back to the game one, Kiet was actually in the chat mentioning Jerry. This is a rematch, like of you playing that same match in Spring of
Uh-huh.
Myths top 8 against him. So
Yes, I prepared the matchup before that as well.
oh yeah,
So I knew I could play the matchup. But yeah.
yeah, very cool to see that brought back because yeah, that was a banger of a game. So. But all right, you guys, thank you so much for letting me stream the games. Congrats,
Thank you
Jerry,
for
on
being
the
here.
win here. Commiserations,
Thank you.
Harry. But I'll put an end to this stream. I've got another stream coming up for those of you who are still hanging around here in like 15 minutes ish. So we will be live once again very soon. So
Awesome.
and thank
All
you,
right. Well,
Angel,
thank you.
if you're there for commentating with me as well. I don't know if he's here, guys. He might be gone.
Yeah, fair enough.
But
I just noticed every fighter that went second won.
oh, that's a good point.
There we go.
That's a nice
Yep.
observation. That's a pretty cool one.
I'm very happy we didn't go this match and you picked Hamlet because seeing as this how this turned out, I'm assuming Hamlet would have won as well.
Let me put it into the stream here. Thank you guys for
Hello.
watching. I will see you guys
Oh,
soon.
Angel?
Oh, Angel? You're here?
Angel?
Hello.
Hello.
So I wasn't utterly speechless. My mic just didn't work.
Alright, I'll wait to end the stream for a sec.
I'll just briefly say that overall, I thought it was a very good set. I think y'all made some very cool combat calls. I liked seeing the reps that you can pull out in roster that you can't typically pull out otherwise, like Oda. And also, I asked what we're doing in 15 minutes.
Oh yeah. If you're down to commentate and stay, man, I would love it. We have
I'm free today, so
okay, let's do it. We have Monty taking on is it Hanya in Summer of Legends? Is that what we got going on?
okay.
Yeah, Monty
Ooh.
versus Hanya in Summer of Legends.
Alright,
Nice.
well, thank you guys for streaming, commentating, hanging around. Thank you, Harry, for the games. Really fun. All close matches. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see
Thank
you
you,
guys
Jared.
later.
I really appreciate it. It was fun.
Yep. All right, and
Thanks
I'll
for the
put it
games,
into the